I always have to make up new stuff, you know, like what my name is and things like that. So, as many of you know, if you don't know, I'm Jim Greendyke, Jim Greendyke Performance Horses. We're here today with Smokin' Blue Moon. This is a quarter horse mare that's Derby eligible this year. We call her Luna. This is top 5 things you're going to need to tack up a reining horse. And so this is a request video, and we're going to cover the top 5 things that you need so you can show up at a horse show and look like you belong there. The horse training and getting it broke, you'll have to do on your own. So the top 5 things that you need to saddle up a reining horse and go to a horse show and look like you belong there. Number 1, obviously, is a good Western saddle pad. I recommend the Thin Line Ranch Contour Pad. We use it here every day, and it holds up to the demands of a full-time reining business. If we can't kill it here, it can't be killed. Number 2 is obviously a very good saddle. So I get lots of people in here getting into reining and asking questions about that. They come with barrel saddles, trail saddles, but at some point when you get into it, you're going to need a saddle that actually helps you do the reining maneuvers, okay? So this is my Tim Bauer show saddle. The seat is developed and the shape of it is built. The fenders swing in a way that help me to do what I need to do. It makes my job easier. The third thing you're going to need is obviously a usable cinch. You're going to have to cinch that saddle down in some way. I use these different cinches from Professional's Choice. Again, the wider ones split up the pressure points a little bit. They allow you to, you know, ride longer, ride harder, and it spreads that pressure point. This is the Ventec version of it that I use every day. We take them off every day. We disinfect them after every single horse. We wash them, we hang them back up. Again, they take an unbelievable amount of abuse. If you want to, you can unvelcro this and you can actually throw the liner in the wash machine and things like that. So again, cinch it down good. If your saddle doesn't stay on, it's going to be really difficult for you to do the maneuvers. The fourth thing that you need to be competitive is obviously good protective gear. We use the Professional's Choice SMB2s. These are sport medicine boots. They don't support the horse's leg and tendon. I don't buy the fact that they're supporting anything. The way that the horse is built, no amount of cloth or neoprene around his leg is going to support the joint. But what it does do is work like a shin pad. You know, we're going to ask that horse to do a lot of maneuvers where it can injure itself by kicking itself one leg against the other or those kinds of things. So there's a set of sport medicine boots. Obviously, if you're going to run and stop the way that I can run and stop a horse, if they're going to slide and put their back feet in the ground, you're obviously going to have to put some boots on the back that have a skid boot. You have that set of neoprene ones that they last pretty good. You also have the strap-on versions, and if you look up close there, you know, you can zoom in a second, that really, you can see, gets worn off pretty hard. So they take some pretty good abuse, and you can imagine without them, your horse isn't going to be very excited about running and sliding. You give them road rash on their ankles and things like that. So it happens pretty quick. To keep their confidence up, do make sure that you have a set of these. Number 5, we're clearly boring this horse to death, is obviously a good bit, a good head stall, good reins. Without those, you can buy things in the local TACK stores that aren't reining specific, and I can tell you if you show up at the horse show with that, you'll feel the quality isn't there. This solid Herman oak leather, these good reins, it makes a difference when you get a feel on a horse. That's a snaffle mouthpiece. Obviously this is, you know, a shanked mouthpiece, solid with a curb and a, you know, kind of a slope back on there. Obviously, starting out, you're going to probably be in a snaffle with your young horses, or, you know, depending on its level of training. But this is a pretty standard mouthpiece. You'll see here too, actually, this is an interesting connector. I've actually taken these reins and just cut a split in them. So instead of having them attached to the bridle by clips or by ties, we've actually cut a split in that rein, and we fed it through the loop in the bit to allow it to hang really steady. So now, whenever you draw on that horse, those reins hang exactly steady, and you can see how there's no swing, there's no bounce around when I pull on them. So that's a little tip that I have that allows them to hang better. They look cleaner in the show pen. The overall picture just looks better. Good job, Luna. This is a really good mare. I'm really thankful. My good friends and sponsors, High Caliber Custom Jet Boats. I mean, they're great people. They own this mare. They allow me to train and show on this horse, and you know, it's she's a really fancy animal. So thanks so much, guys. Enjoy. Hopefully we covered most everything you're going to need to go to a reining show and look like you belong there. If you need help, if you need coaching, if you need anything like that, if you're planning to go locally to a reining show, let me know. I can sure help you out.